The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Ravens.
Here we go. Set. And Reese. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. It's third down.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Deuce. 49, guys. Hayward. 49. Who that?
Looking to throw. Bryant. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bryant, he's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bryant. That's going to be caught. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Looking to throw. Bryant. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. 4 down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Go, go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 26, check 26. Check it out.
On second down, Johnson. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 35-yard line. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Check 9, check 9.
On first down, Bryant. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready. 10, touchdown. 49. Check, 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 check 3, check 3. Check, go.
Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Switch.
From the gun on third down, Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
He'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Move. 4 down. Check. That's it.
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 3. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Bryant looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Set. 10 by 10. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Joe Schobert, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 26, John.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Here we go. 50-50. Mike 50. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 3 yards out, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 1st down. Bryant. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
49 the mic, watch 49. Nice, sweetheart.
Throwing again. Bryant. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill. Mike 49. Quit talking about it and bring it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, let's get sacked.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ricky Seals-Jones, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Going deep and this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Johnson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. 30. Past the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run there by Johnson. 68 yards. Looking to throw. Bryant. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ricky Seals-Jones there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
We got 4.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24.
Switch it.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to throw. Bryant, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll drop the throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.